Okay.
So
this is our review.
This is Jay's review. I'm just gonna put my 2 cents every now and then. She's gonna be on a roll. Ready?
This is our review for Divergent. What the hell was that?
See?
As I was saying, what bugged me the most was not the fact that they took out a lot of, major parts, and no, not that, but the fact that it was so friggin' choppy. Like, 1 minute she's here and the next minute she's there, and it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What kind of, what? And it's like, especially, for us.
Was this worse than Hunger Games?
Oh my god, 1,000 times worse than Hunger Games.
Like, you even read the book, so it's like...
Yeah. And so I guess with Hunger Games, I liked it.
You look so
even though I didn't read the book, but it's just like, oh my god. And I think for people who read the book for Divergent, the choppiness, although it sucked for a movie, was okay because we know what happened. But for people who haven't seen it, they're gonna be like, what the hell's that? Who the hell's that? What the hell happened?
But even though you understand, you have these expectations and you're let down.
Exactly.
And it's just
the whole
horrible.
Time, I fell asleep. I have never, except once
towards
in my
the
life.
end of the movie, you just gave up. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go.
I wanted to fall asleep earlier than that, but I had to force myself to stay awake. The only time I've ever fallen asleep for a movie was Star Wars Episode 1, but that's because I was really little and nap time was all the time. That's the last time I fell asleep for a movie. This one was so bad. The filming aspect, was okay. All
you can tell that she's
stuff.
Not used to the letdowns of book to movie. This is my life. Like, when I saw every single one, I'm rarely like, oh my god, that is perfect. I think the only one that I was like, oh my god, that is pretty good, was actually the second Hunger Games, Catching Fire. That was the only. You don't know. Because that was actually close, and it actually kind of mirrored, and the acting wasn't as bad. But I felt like there was just a lot of acting that wasn't up to par.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Even good actors couldn't act.
There's 3 things that went through my mind the entire movie. Okay, first of all, it's a disappointment. Second of all, Eric looked like Macklemore.
She shot Macklemore.
Yeah, every time. Oh my god, Macklemore. And the third thing, every single time, God, those bitches don't know how to change needles.
No.
Every time, did you notice
think it
that the
automatically
knife
does it.
No, but the knife, they cut it every single person.
No, but did you see that guy that walked up and wiped it
Still,
off?
that's gross. You're wiping it
HIV
off.
alert.
Not even just that. It's just any disease. It's gross. I don't want your blood. I don't know you. I don't want your bodily fluids in me. I know it's the future, but still. Overall, it was just disappointment.
To say the least.
Disappointment.
It's visually good.
Yes. Yeah, it was pretty.
The effects were good. The music was amazing. Hans Zimmer did the music.
But just the plot, the choppiness, the editing, for the storyline.
Yeah, because they left out a lot of
important
character
things.
traits.
And developmental things.
Hey, I'm Al. Now I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well,
spoiler. Jeez.
Well, I will put it in the title. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Seriously. What? Okay, now. Really. The acting. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Next thing you know, oh, he fell.
I'm dead.
Or when they attacked her, it came out of freaking nowhere. There was no explanation. There was no
scene when Janine and Eric talk, and that's when she spies, and then it's just she comes back from visiting her brother, and then boom.
Yeah, it was just too many things happened without any explanation and without any build-up. 1 minute she's sucking at everything,
and then
the next
Edward being stabbed in the eye.
They just cut it out. They cut out a lot of things.
That was a big thing.
Yeah, I think also just with the character, their emotions and their reactions was just so shallow. What?
No, just
but just even their character development, things that were cut out were very important. The fact, I think the cutting room scene, or with her mom.
Yeah,
the way that she died was completely different, and I think that was symbolic because in the book, the mom consciously made a decision. I'm going to go out. I'm going to take a distraction. I'm going to be, selfless and be a mother.
Yeah.
But in the book, in the movie, it was just oops, I accidentally got shot. And that's completely different. And the same with the cutting room, when she took the place for Al, because that makes that betrayal so much more. And it also makes shows how Triss is
Well,
her
they
bravery
showed that,
comes from
though.
her selflessness, though. But like, remember how 4 was just like, he's gonna take your place, he's gonna do that, and like that, and also just their relationship in general.
Yeah.
Just sucked because it's just like 4 went from like a complete asshole, and even in the book that was kind of like iffy, but in the movie it was like completely.
Yeah, like after he saved her from getting killed by what's their faces. That scene in the dining hall.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, like, hey, hi, how are you, friend? And like the scene that Molly gets beaten up was cut out, and I was like, please kill her. But I'm sorry, you're not supposed to promote violence, but
it kind of like made Molly seem like nice.
Nice. Yeah, she's like, that was cool.
Like, yeah.
I mean, you didn't even know that was Molly.
no,
You didn't even know.
You didn't even know Drew was there.
Drew wasn't there at all.
He was just like kind of there. They're like,
Edward was there,
yeah, but they didn't
For, like,
like
a second.
specify him and like single
If
them
you
out.
hadn't read the book, you wouldn't know that that was even
Yeah.
Molly.
No.
That she was even a main-ish
Yeah.
character.
Or that scene where they like take her towel or whatever.
Yeah, that was so dramatic, but that just shows like the motivation and like how like overcoming.
Yeah.
And it's just like you said, the guy that played Peter, he was just the wrong choice because if you've seen any of his other movies,
He's just
like
too funny.
Yeah.
He's just like that goofy, like, hey, whatever, and then you're like, I'm not scared of you.
Like he could be douchey, but not the way Peter.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Peter was mean, like he was
Peter was a
mean,
dick.
not
Like,
just
when they
like a
picked-
jerk.
Like when they picked Malfoy for like Draco Malfoy,
Like, he was Malfoy.
He was great. He was like spot on. You wanted to
Punch him, like, oh my god, you're such a brat,
But
you're
this
annoying.
guy, you just kind of wanted to go, dude, shut up.
Just be
Yeah.
quiet.
Just
go back.
Annoying. You're
Yeah.
kind of like a gnat.
Oh, go away with your skinny self.
Oh, you.
And then like when she overtakes him, like, you know, like in the end scene where she's just supposed to like boom shoot. Okay, I'm fine. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna run with you. I'm gonna shoot, defend you now, as opposed to just being your prisoner. I'm just gonna switch sides because you know I'm.
Damn, that was really random and.
It's so random. It's just like what you hated him the whole
They
thing.
even
Why
took out the part where he like pinched her in the
areas?
no areas.
Yeah, they cut, and even the ending.
That was, I think that was even a big part because that was like, that adds like more trauma and you feel like more
And you want to
sorry
hate
for her.
him.
Yeah.
Now you're just like, he's annoying.
Like,
he's
oh,
just annoying.
she tried to kill you, but you know, in a funny way.
Haha, it was just a prank. And then Janine.
Janine.
Is that I can never say her name. I can never say like the simplest names like in what is it? Series of
Erudite.
Unfortunate Events. I always said Kayla's in my head when I was little.
Kayla's?
Yeah, I
Well,
say
I
names wrong.
totally mispronounced Tobias' name.
What did you think it was?
Tobias.
Tobias?
Oh my god.
Tobias, I love you.
You pronounced erudite wrong. It was
Yeah.
erudite. And see, and I said erudite, and you're like, no, it's erudite. Can you not read?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Fine, you were right for
Ha!
once. Besides, we're getting off topic. How many, like, out of 5 stars, how many would you give?
0.
How much would you give?
A 2.
Wow,
I would
you're
give
nice.
I would give like a 2 as well because it wasn't as bad as it could be. Like, it was disappointing. I think I've just been disappointed enough times where I'm kind of like over it. I'm like, well, you tried.
It's like, good for trying.
So, we'll see you guys later. Bye. And ships. Bye.
Bye.